Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your Love Tarot reading. This is for July 1st through July 15th, 2019. This is for singles, couples, disconnected, everything, dating. We're going to pull 3 cards here to look at past, present, and future energies and see what's coming out for you guys in regards to love and romantic energies these first 2 weeks of July. All right, so coming into July, we have some challenges, followed by Be Mine. Looks like we're getting over those challenges. Followed by Mixed Signals, and then more challenges. Okay, so Capricorn, what I see here, and I'll go through different scenarios, whether you're single, coupled, etc. What I see here is those of you that are coupled up, it looks like you have some sort of disagreement or misunderstanding. There's some challenge existing between you and your partner, okay? But with Be Mine, it's like, and that's in the middle there. So to me, there's this equal desire to be together and work through the challenge, whatever that is. However, with Mixed Signals, it's like one of you is sending mixed signals, or both of you are sending mixed signals to each other somehow, some way, all right? It's just like crossed wires, miscommunication, misunderstandings. But despite how it looks or how it seems, underneath it all, Capricorn, you both just want to be together and work it out and work through it and trying to understand. And so to me, couples, there's like confusion going on here, but it's more from miscommunication or just like misunderstanding it. But underlying, it's like you both just want to be together, okay? Now, those of you who are kind of dating somebody, there's no commitment in place. This here is where I feel as though they kind of pull you in and then they push you away. They pull you in and they push you away. This could also apply for those of you who are disconnected from somebody. It's like they come in and then they disappear. They come in and then they disappear. So I do see that energy going on, Capricorn, and the message here is like, I feel like when it's convenient for them, they're all about you, okay? But then when you want to see them, or you want this or you want that, and it's not convenient for them, then you get these mixed signals from them, and they won't commit to you, you know, despite the time you spend together, etc. So this is definitely somebody who plays games, whether this is somebody you're dating who's kind of hot and cold, or this is somebody who just kind of comes in and out of your life. I don't really see that energy changing much from that person, and so you may need to decide, are they worth entertaining any longer, because they constantly send you mixed signals, which means they're playing games, they're confused, you know, there's more to the story than you probably recognize. Singles, sorry, I hate clearing my throat. As you guys know, I was really sick, and I'm just like at the tail end of it when I don't physically feel bad anymore, but it's like still draining out of your body. Anyways, if there's like somebody newer, or you meet somebody new in these first 2 weeks of July, I feel like there's a mutual attraction, but there's a lot of mixed signals going on, okay? So let's pull some dice. Okay, so we have the Chariot, which is victory. I love seeing that. Followed by the 7 of Wands, and that 7 of Wands is coming out under the challenges, which that's perfectly paired, okay? So that's speaking of the issue at hand. Now we have this Knight of Cups coming out under Be Mine. That's kiss and make up, like those of you in a couple, a partnership. Underneath it all, you guys don't want to fight. It's just, whatever this is, it's like you guys cannot agree to even disagree about it, okay? And now this is interesting. For mixed signals, look at what we have here. We have the 4 of Wands, which is all about stability, togetherness, a strong foundation. And then it sits right next to this Five of Pentacles, which is all about instability, rejection, you know, insecurity. So mixed signals, that's a perfect dice for that. And Capricorn, for those of you coupled up, I just feel that you both genuinely want to work it out like equally, but it's like you neither one can really understand or appreciate the other one's side. So whatever this is, you know, maybe try to find a way to agree to disagree, or maybe if you could just let this go, because overall, those of you in connection, I see love here, and I see, you know, a relationship that has a lot of potential to it, but there is some problem, some issue, some challenge that kind of keeps coming up, and it's either been swept under the rug, or this is like old news where we've got to finally let it go. So if this is something we keep sweeping under the rug, Capricorn, is fine. It's time to finally face it. And deal with it, because if you don't, it's always going to rear its head and create challenge and conflict for you guys when I see a beautiful love connection going on between the two of you. Okay, so if this is something we just sweep under the rug, when it's coming back up to the surface this first 2 weeks of July, let's face it, whatever that means for you, so that you guys can overcome it and move into a place of stability and not have this issue again. If this is like, you know, where you guys just can't agree about something, or this is old baggage, you know, from the past, it is really time to let it go, because I see this, you know, I want to love you, I want to love you, and so we shouldn't be fighting, and there shouldn't be any rejection or conflict here. It's just some sort of misunderstanding or something you guys just can't agree on, or it's some baggage. It's time to let it go, because again, I see a lot of potential in this relationship, this union. All right, those of you who are like dating with no commitment or completely single, I do see some offers of love coming in, Capricorn. However, with the Five of Pentacles there at the end, you know, the offers that come to you, you might reject them. You might not be interested in them, just whatever's coming your way. Even if you go out on a date or two, I don't know, any new romantic opportunity, I just kind of feel like ultimately you reject it and decide that it's not really for you, okay? Or it could be like this person just seems to have like a lot of people that they're dating or seeing, or you feel that sense and you're just like, oh, that's too much for me, because there is this element of kind of mixed signals. So the back and forth, those of you who deal with that, somebody you're dating or somebody who's just kind of in and out of your life, Capricorn, I don't see a change in that behavior. It's like, okay, I'm back, it's good, all right, boom, I'm out, all right, I'm back, it's good, it's still good, boom, I'm out, okay? It could be a water sign that you're dealing with, a Cancer, here with the Chariot, and then with the Knight of Cups, that would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Does not have to be a water sign, but strong indications of that, you know, in Capricorn's reading. So I feel, Capricorn, those of you who are dating somebody who's constantly giving you mixed signals, or ghosts you and then is back, and then ghosts you and then is back, it may be time for you to finally like cut them off and reject them and just get them out of your life, so that a real connection can actually come in for you, okay? Those of you completely single, where, you know, there's nobody on your mind or in your life, you may have something show up here, but again, it doesn't feel like super stable energy. It's like kind of wishy-washy. So if you're experiencing that, don't get too invested in this person, the relationship, or the connection. You know, they may just not have their crap together yet, and it just might be more trouble than it's worth, okay? Let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have the luminaries, destiny, northern star, past life. Next out, we have divine timing, cycles, shifts, timing. Next, we have four of emotions, habit, routine, ungrateful. Next out is the nine of roses, abundant, independence, and luxury. And lastly, we have the nine of thoughts, anxiety, fear, haunted mind. And that's coming out under this five of pentacles. So, Capricorn, what I see here is, sorry, just shifting my position. So let's start with those of you guys where there's somebody in and out of your life, back and forth, or somebody you're dating who's constantly giving you mixed signals. Yeah, Capricorn, there is no change to that. In fact, with this pairing, the Nine of Roses with the Four of Wands, you're better off on your own. Like, this person only causes you anxiety, insecurity. It's not worth your time. It's really not. If somebody cannot be stable and consistent in their emotion and interest in you, they're not worth your time. And Spirit's saying it's time to end that, like cut that off, so that I can lead you to where you really belong, which will feel successful and happy for you, okay? Those of you in committed relationships, listen, now is the time. Whatever this issue is, no matter how scary it may be or whatever's going on here, Capricorn, now is the time to just face it and deal with it. Like, you guys, I believe 1000% can overcome this. And it's almost like being totally honest, being totally vulnerable may lead to some fear of, well, I'll be rejected or dumped or whatever. I don't think that's the case, Capricorn. I really feel like those of you in a committed relationship, whatever it is that like keeps showing up that creates challenge for you guys, it's really time to face it, and so that you guys can overcome it. Because again, I see so much potential in this union. I don't feel like it's, you know, it's expired on any level, but whatever this challenge is that keeps popping up, it's really impacting the connection in a negative way. So that's why when it shows back up these first 2 weeks of July, instead of sweeping it under the rug or just throwing your hands, it's like, let's face this together and overcome it together. And you guys will, and be stronger than ever before. It's like time to be 100% real, and for whatever that means. And I see you guys getting through it, okay? But those of you where this is just somebody that you're not committed to, that's flaky, in and out, I don't feel the same energy for that. If anything, it's time for you to remember who you are and realize that you are a prize with the Four of Wands and the Nine of Roses. You are a prize, Capricorn. And you know what? Sometimes cutting somebody off and cutting them out and no longer tolerating their bull crap is what actually wakes them up to what you truly mean to them and the way they value you. Again, those of you completely single, like any sort of new offer coming your way, if you just feel like they're kind of flaky or something's off, you're probably right. And ultimately, Capricorn, I just see you rejecting any love offer, new love offer coming your way this first 2 weeks. It's, I don't know, those of you who are single, either you're just not interested right now, or what's being offered to you, it's like, you're like, no way, this just would never work. Like, no, we're not compatible on any level. And then, you know, those of you with this flaky person in your world, I really feel like you're finally going to cut them off and cut them out and be done with it, so that you can be single, your energy different, so that Spirit can align you to the right person for you. So let's pull some more cards, Capricorn. All right, so we have repeating cycles and lessons. Yeah, those couples out there, like I said, it is finally time, Capricorn, whatever this thing is that creates conflict, contrast, issues, challenge between you and your partner, it's time to really face this head on and not sweep it under the rug, not turn away from it, so that you guys can overcome this and move forward, okay? Those of you dealing with the flaky person, whether dating or this is somebody who's in and out, this to me is your confirmation that nothing is going to change there until you change and really become assertive and no longer put up with their crap. Period. End of story. Like, just, you cannot care. You don't need to hear their excuses. You don't have time for that, Capricorn. For some of you, this person might need to just get completely out of your life so that you can align to a beautiful union. Now we have our memories. And last, we have healing soulmate connection. Yep. So listen, Capricorn, those of you in committed relationships, listen. If you guys tried to break up because you feel like you can't overcome this challenge or you don't want to face it, you guys will not be able to stay broken up, okay? With your memories there, you guys are so connected. You're so in love, but whatever this issue or challenge is, it's like it causes so much harm. And you guys can overcome this. I swear it. It's just like it's time to face it, whatever it is. And tell yourselves, we're not gonna fight about this anymore, or we're gonna agree to disagree, or these certain patterns of behavior are going to change, and they actually must change in order to break this cycle, okay? Those of you who are, you know, dating somebody flaky or somebody's in and out of your life, Capricorn, like I said, it's time to cut that off. Even if you miss them, even if they try to emotionally manipulate you and say, oh, Capricorn, I miss you so much. No, it's time to be done with that flaky energy, Capricorn, because healing soulmate connection, this is a new love for you. I feel it's after these 2 weeks, okay? Those of you completely single, like I said, whatever's coming your way, I just feel like you kind of reject it. You don't feel like that's the right thing for you. Yeah, I just don't feel like you feel like it's the right thing for you, and you just, you know, kind of reject it because there's a certain feeling and connection that you're looking for. And like everybody else, I feel like that is in store for you. It comes after these 2 weeks, these first 2 weeks of July. So Capricorn, any of you dealing with a flaky in and out type of person, it's time to end that so that you can come into a beautiful union with somebody who is emotionally available and is interested in, you know, being in a connection with somebody. Because whoever you're dealing with, they're either truly not, or they just have too much issues going on in their mental body, or a lot of emotional baggage, or they're just very immature and they're just wanting to play games right now. They're not ready to be in a committed relationship for what it is that you need out of one. And so it's better to just leave them alone and, you know, go on ahead, because Spirit has a nice relationship for you guys. I see that with the healing soulmate connection and the luminaries. It's just, you've got to shed the dead weight, what's not working right now. You've got to let it go, get that out of your life so you can create the space for this right here. And again, those of you who are committed to each other, it's time to heal. It's time to overcome whatever this challenge and obstacle is for you guys, because if you tried to break up, it wouldn't even last. That you just, honestly, I feel like you guys are meant to be, and overcoming whatever this is part of your journey together, and you're going to be so much stronger for it, okay? So Capricorn, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.